Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome to this learning session during which we will be talking about the moral system in Islam, and specifically how the Muslim have to treat the orphans and the elderly persons. Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, used to ask his companions to protect the orphans and treat them in a very well way. In one of the narrations that had been reported by Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, he said that himself and the custodian of the orphan will be like this in the paradise. And he pointed to his forefinger and the middle finger. Let's imagine that a kid had lost his parents, either one of them or both of them. This orphan and this kid is in need for special care and special attention. He may not be treated very well by his relative for whatever reason. So that's why in Islam they are placed in a way that should be treated and in a very well way. In one of the narrations, Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, he said that the house is the house of the Muslim in which the orphan is well treated, and the worst house of the Muslim is the house in which an orphan is badly treated. Prophet Muhammad had praised a widow which her husband had passed away, and she would abstain herself from getting married again only to take care of her orphan kids. The woman has the right to get married again, but if she abstain herself from doing so only in the favor of taking care of her kids, she will be praised as per Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him. It's been narrated that Prophet Muhammad, and reported that a person came to Prophet Muhammad and he complained that he does not feel any mercy toward the people. So Prophet Muhammad guided him by saying, tap on the heads of the orphan and feed the people that are in need. Then you will feel mercy, and you will find in your heart that mercy that you are missing now. We as a believers and Muslim, we should know harming the orphans, it's a manner that is not acceptable in Islamic principles and Islamic Sharia. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran says, have you seen him who denies the religion? That is he who repulses the orphans or refuses the orphans by rejecting them, by treating them in a bad way. The community of the believers must be cooperative and helpful to each other, especially for the category or part of the society that are in need, like the orphans. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran says, have you seen him who denies the religion? That is who rejected and refuses the orphans. So, or act in a bad way with the orphans, denying their rights, refraining them from their right. So it is considered like the person that does not believe in Allah and denies the religion. The orphan must be treated kindly and gently. The Muslim society must treat the orphans kindly and gently and provide them with all the need and assistance they require. Islam also pays a special attention to the elderly persons in the society in consideration to what they have provided to the society during their life. So the responsibility of the children to care of their parents and treat them kindly is a complementary. If the elderly person or the elderly man or the woman do not have children, the responsibility to take care of them is transferred to the society as a whole. If we read the principle and the teaching and the learning of Islam, it's been clearly stated that taking care of the elderly in Islam is based on number of facts or principles. One of the main principles that we have to follow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of all mankind, made the man honored creature. And the man has an honorable status in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and indeed we have honored the children of Adam, and we have carried them on the land and sea. We have provided them with lawful good things and have preferred them above many of those who we have created. The second principle that we Muslims have to follow, the Muslim society is a society of mutual compassion and coherence. It's been reported by Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, that he said, the likeness of believers in their mutual love and mercy and compassion is that of the body. If one part of it complains or feel pain, then the rest of the body joins it in staying awake and suffering from that pain. The third principle that we can base when we treat the elderly person, that the Muslim society is a society of cooperation and mutual support. So we as a Muslims, we share, we have to support. So not a single person or individual will be responsible of taking care of the elderly person, but the society as a whole have to take care of the elderly person and also the people that are in need. Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, when he entered Mecca during Ramadan, it's been reported that his companion Abu Bakr brought his father, and he was an elderly person, to Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, so he will convert to Islam. So Prophet Muhammad said, we as a Muslim, we have to be nice and kind to the elderly person. It was me who have to go to his house instead of bringing him to my place. So this is how we have to treat the elderly person in the Islam. A final principle that we can base on when we treat the elderly person, that a Muslim must treat his parent, especially when they age, in a good manner. So one of the ways in which the elderly are cared is the command to honor them, which is accomplished with the command to believe in Allah and refraining from anything that will harm our parents, especially when they are elder. It's been narrated that one of the companions asked the Prophet Muhammad, blessing and peace be upon him, which deed is the most beloved to Allah? So Prophet Muhammad answered that the most beloved deed to Allah, or the most beloved act to Allah, is offering the prayer on time. Then he said, what then? Then respecting one's parent. Then what he said, Prophet Muhammad answered, being kind and nice to your parent. This brings us to the end of this learning episode, and we will see you again in the next episode. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.